Mother, seriously, if you don't have a son, you won't get the marriage certificate. Son, smiling, replies, I have a solution. If there's no son, we won't get married. If, luckily, a son is born, think of how much more we'll save compared to the dowry money. Mother, happily, says, wow, my son is so clever. Aren't you afraid she might suddenly break up with you? Son, carelessly replies, who would want her besides me? Anyway, she's already quite pregnant. She cares about her family. At that moment, the girl arrives. Mother, happily, says, come in, come in. Girl, slightly smiling, says, when I left home, my parents asked, when will we get the marriage certificate? David, immediately, cleverly, says, my mother wants us to work hard first, and only after saving all the money can we get married. Min gently says, don't worry about that. Our family doesn't take large dowries. My parents have already agreed. You just give us 20,000 yuan. David, stunned, says, 20,000? Mother, also surprised, says, did I hear that right? 20,000? Min softly says, Aunt, 20,000 isn't too much, right? David says, looking at your situation, I'd say you should be grateful we're accepting you. Otherwise, girls like you would settle for free. Mother quickly says, look, girl, if you're becoming part of our family, this is your luck. Otherwise, getting into our home isn't that easy. We accept relationships thoughtfully. Min sadly says, Aunt, does that mean the child in my womb isn't even worth 20,000? Mother sternly says, we won't give any money. Marriage will be based on our principles and respect, not money. At this moment, a wise man steps forward and says, I understand now. There isn't even 20,000 in this house. That's why hearts are broken. Over love, over your child. Even 20,000 is not valued anymore. David angrily says, who do you think you are? She is my woman. Man to Min says, before you came, I heard everything clearly. If you were pregnant with another man, they wouldn't accept you. If it's a boy, then they will marry you. And the dowry? They don't want a single penny. Min, eyes moist, asks, is all this really true? David sternly says, yes then? Look at your womb. Who else besides me would want you? Min slaps him hard. David raises his hand, but Young Wei immediately grabs it. David proudly says, what do I have to do with you? Young Wei calmly says, young man, even a car costs more than 20,000. You're marrying a living human being who will cook for you, wash your clothes, and raise your child. It's not about money. It's about your attitude. They say dowry is a bridge of trust between two families, a small guarantee. This girl worries only about 20,000 because she never valued herself. The most painful thing? She is carrying your child, and you treat her like this. You don't even have the responsibility of an ordinary man. Young Wei to Min says, women should be wise. Don't give your life to someone who doesn't value you. A woman should love herself first. Min with tears says, you're right. I don't want to marry him. Question. If you were in Min's place, what would you do? Would you step back to protect your heart or accept the marriage under pressure?